सर उधर से ठीक है एस फेज का फुल फॉर्म होता है एस फेज अरे बाबा ठीक है जीवन फेज का फुल फॉर्म होता है
ये तो नाम में ग्रो
और
global
exam. अच्छा था ना? And what's your name? Huh? Delphi. Which school? North Point. Ruby, North Point. Good. Then, huh? Aryan. North Point. You. And you? Arnav. Which school? Sadhu Western. Sanpada. And they were okay. Now today we are to go for okay. First chapter. What is the first topic? Periodic classification of elements, right? और प्यार से उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Periodic table. Okay. Periodic. इसी एक करो ना थोड़ा सा बड़ा होना ज्यादा नहीं इसको प्रॉब्लम है बेसिक का यू ठीक है ऐसा है मतलब फिट ना इधर नहीं होगा कुछ मतलब टैग वगैरह नहीं करता चलो ठीक ओके periodic table okay what is this periodic table partly you have done in 9th standard right the periodic table is basically a now introduction is what यहाँ पे ठीक है introduction में हम लोग थोड़ा सा देखते हैं what is this introduction to this okay periodic table is basically a regular or you can say an arrangement of what arrangement of elements okay on the basis of कितना किया 22 करके ज्यादा नहीं ठीक है arrangement of elements on the basis of first scientists they started for example with the on the basis of atomic mass first was melting point metals non-metals valency so the point बहुत पहले का हो गया then they classified the elements on the basis of what atomic number ठीक है so atomic mass में क्या problem है we are going to see that okay atomic mass में what we they found that the first classification was done by Dobrinier का कहना क्या था कि if we have, for example some elements are chemically similar lithium sodium potassium अगर ये chemically similar elements को हम लोग ने arrange किया है the increasing order of their atomic mass ठीक है and we take the atomic mass of the first to the last element and उसका average ले लो ठीक है तो इसका जो mean आएगा arithmetic mean which is coming out to be 46 divided by 2 which will be 23 and if this mean comes out to be closer to this atomic mass of the middle element then you can say the properties are similar okay now what is important over here properties are similar ka matlab hai if you study the properties of sodium only you can study the properties of lithium and potassium also I mean you can get a fair idea about the properties of lithium and sodium lithium and potassium that means आपको एक ही एलिमेंट का प्रॉपर्टी पढ़ना है दूसरे एलिमेंट्स का प्रॉपर्टी पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है क्यों क्योंकि ये जो एलिमेंट्स का प्रॉपर्टी ये जो एलिमेंट है इसका इन लोग का प्रॉपर्टी इसको मिलता नहीं I following that is the idea then next one is what but this particular classification failed because this kind of triads okay he could not make for other elements which were known that time. Again, और कुछ trials बनाया, but they were actually what having similar properties because the arithmetic mean was matching with the atomic mass. Okay, so this classification failed. Another man came forward who again actually was classified on the basis of what atomic mass. Newland. He said, I'm going to arrange the elements in the increasing order of their atomic mass. Okay, and I'm going to, for example, write these elements in the increasing order of their atomic mass in this manner. Okay, and then here you will write potassium, calcium, and so on and so forth. He started writing all those elements. And he said, I'm going to count from any element. Okay, 1 to 7, I will count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 8th element, when I come to, and I compare the properties of 8th element with respect to the first, I will find the properties similar. That means every 8th element, starting from any one of them, will have properties similar to the first, as in an octave of music. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. And the notes in the music are repeated. Same properties also repeated because he was a music lover. But when he, for example, ये element X जब उन्होंने compare किया, जैसे count किया 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But this element was not matching with this. Because क्या हुआ कि इधर ये element जो है ना was not born, was not discovered. ये element उसके पहले discover हो गया. So what he did not leave vacant place for this undiscovered element. So this classification failed. After calcium classification नहीं आ रहा, ये जो उनका rule था वो follow नहीं हो रहा. So another man came forward, Mendeleev. Mendeleev ने क्या किया? He said, I am not going to restrict myself on the basis of what Mendeleev's periodic table or periodic law. Okay, he said, for example. He said, I'm going to classify the elements on the basis of course, on the basis of atomic mass, but I'm going to study all the properties of the elements with respect to hydrogen and with respect to oxygen and form what? Their hydrides and then try to study, okay, in terms of their valencies or in terms of their hydrides and oxides, their compounds, okay? Now, and then he made, he compared with, for example, he studied why? Because most of the elements they started reacting with what? The chemical reaction you will find always hydrogen and oxygen. And he made a wide classification. He said, I will require 8 vertical columns, okay, vertical columns and 7 horizontal rows. ठीक है ना? और जो 7 horizontal rows है, उसको क्या बोलेंगे? Periods. और जो vertical columns है ऊपर से नीचे, they are called as what? Groups. And he started placing those elements and he divided these vertical columns of groups into what? A and B. ठीक है? 1 to 7th or 8th को उन्होंने free रखा था without any class. But when he started arranging the elements, and the plus point was that some elements which were having doubtful atomic mass, जैसे ये beryllium, इसका atomic mass 14.9 दिया था, he corrected that atomic mass of beryllium and he found it was not 14.9, it is 9.0. So one of the salient features is what he corrected some doubtful atomic mass. Then somewhere over here in the periodic table, अगर ये periodic table तुमने 9th में किया है, यहाँ पे he found that 3 elements were missing. He left 3 vacant places for those undiscovered elements. And not only left 3 vacant places, he predicted their properties also. Means because ये जो element का property on the basis of ऊपर जो element है या left hand side है या right hand side है, उन लोगों का property जो मिल रहा था उन्होंने जो present थे, on the basis of that he gave an average property of these 3 elements. He said this element which is going to be discovered tomorrow will have dirty green color, will have melting point 78 degrees Celsius, will have a valency of 3. And same thing happened. And those elements were scandium, gallium, and germanium. These 3 elements were discovered. Here, moreover, one more important thing is that time, of course, inert gases were not discovered. Here, so people they were very much happy with this Mendeleev's periodic table, but this particular periodic table was based on what? Mass. So यहाँ पे कहीं, okay, atomic mass of the 8th group element अगर देखोगे, ठीक है? 8th group में यहाँ पे iron, cobalt और nickel है. इसका अगर 57 है, इसका 59 और इसका 58, suppose just an example. So atomic mass was arranged in an increasing order, but then people they question, sir, after 57, 58 should come. How can you place an element which is having a higher atomic mass with respect to that element which is having lower atomic? They said this is just for adjustment purpose because iron के बाद cobalt का और nickel का जो properties है, तब match करता है कि I just wanted iron, cobalt and nickel to be written in that manner. It was my adjustment. If you want, you can place nickel afterwards, but normally we have a tendency that iron का cobalt के साथ ज़्यादा close resemblance and cobalt is actually just like ये triad जैसा. इसलिए अभी सोडियम का बाई चांस फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे कम है इसलिए प्लेस किया है, बट यहाँ पे अनफॉर्चुनेटली उसमें ज्यादा था इसलिए मैंने इधर नहीं प्लेस किया बिकॉज इट इज हैविंग अ कॉमन प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ बोथ. दैट्स व्हाई आई प्लेस्ड ओवर हियर. दैट वाज ओनली. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, he arranged the elements like hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, ये सब एलिमेंट्स थे इधर. सोडियम के साथ इधर पोटेशियम था, ठीक है, रुबिडियम, और यहाँ पे इन्होंने प्लेस किया कॉपर, सिल्वर और गोल्ड सेम ग्रुप में. So the people they questioned them that if these are highly reactive elements, how could you place these reactive elements with noble metals like copper, silver or gold? If you are studying the properties of the group and the properties are matching or similar, then how can you place these anomalous kind of elements under same group? That means elements with dissimilar properties were coming under same group. Likewise, some elements over here. This element, these three elements, okay, for example, lead, mercury and barium. एक ये ग्रुप में था, फॉर एग्जांपल ग्रुप 2A में था, अगर तुम पीरियोडिक टेबल देखो ग्रुप 2B में, और यहाँ पे फोर्थ पे लेड था. अब ये एलिमेंट सिमिलरिटी, दे शो सिमिलरिटीज बट दे वर प्रेजेंट डिफरेंट. तो ये सब क्या एनोमलस क्यों हुआ? बिकॉज ऑल द प्रॉब्लम्स वर फेस्ड बाय व्हाट? मेंटली बिकॉज ऑफ एटॉमिक मास. द कल्प्रिट वाज एटॉमिक मास. So उनके जो कोवर्कर थे was working separately. Okay, mostly he said, Mr. Mendeleev, first of all, congratulations, you done a great job, but your mistake has opened my eyes. Opened my eyes means I analyzed and I found that these mistakes are because of what? Atomic mass. Atomic mass is not the fundamental property. It is the atomic number. अगर आप atomic number के through classify करते हैं, then my periodic table would not have been required. But today I have got a lesson from you, so you are my guru and not just guru, Mahaguru. Because आपके वजह से मुझे ये lesson मिला कि ये classification from fail हो गया या inaccurate हो गया because of atomic mass and not atomic. I mean, it should have been atomic number. So all the disadvantages would have become what? Advantages. So इन्होंने classify किया first time mostly periodic table. We are going to draw that particular periodic table, okay? और हम लोग समझेंगे उसका periodic table का classification. ये अभी 9 का था. अब हम लोग 10th का पार्ट ले रहे हैं, ठीक है? ये तो तुमको पहले कर दिया है. I thought just let me connect your 9th standard part with 10th standard now. So now we are starting with our modern periodic table, which is also called as Moseley's periodic table. तुम लोग क्या करोगे? कि तुम लोग इधर शुरू हो जाओगे. क्या यहाँ पे तुम लोग कैसे करोगे? मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल अपने बुक में ड्रॉ करना है. ठीक है ना? मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल ड्रॉ करने के लिए हम लोग क्या करना पड़ेगा? बुक लेना पड़ेगा, पेंसिल स्केल सब लेके रखना और उसको ड्रॉ करना है. So that you will be able to, it will be handy for you. और घर में जाके this is the periodic table 3 times you to draw. कितने बार? 3 times. Apart from this today which you are drawing, because Moseley spent years, mentalists they spend years together. पर हम लोग उनके लिए for example 2 घंटा भी नहीं दे सकते. So definitely we have to justify their effort. So इसलिए mentally upstairs will be very happy that my students are drawing a periodic table 5 times, 3 times. तो वो लोग बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. और ऊपर से तुम्हारे 10th के लिए blessings देंगे. तुम्हारा मार्क पेपर अच्छा है, right? उससे क्या? हाँ कुछ भी नहीं. अरे my friend, ये जो blessings है ना, कभी कभी काम आ जा रहे हैं, ठीक है कि नहीं? और वो भी ऊपर मेंडलीव का क्लास ये होगा ब्लेसिंग, मोस्ले का ब्लेसिंग। अगर आइंस्टाइन का ब्लेसिंग मिल गया तो कहां से कहां पहुंचोगे, इजंट इट? सीधे तुम डायरेक्ट मार्स में चले जाओ। पूरा सब लोग बोलेंगे दुबई जाके आए, तुम बोलोगे मार्स। सोचो, इंस्टेंट का मिल गया तो समझ लो तुम गंगा पानी। वेरी गुड। क्या करने हैं? क्या बोला आपको?
7 rows होते हैं ना,
7 हॉरिजॉन्टल रोज। क्या बोला?
तो सर वही
हाँ बराबर, 7 हॉरिजॉन्टल रोज। स्पंदन किधर है? हाँ घर में आराम कर रहे। हाँ ऑन बाय ऑनलाइन स्पंदन। और कौन करना है? स्पंदन, आर यू देयर? Who's there? स्पंदन के साथ और कौन है? जोया?
Yes, sir.
Spandan, can you hear me? Zoya, you have to draw the periodic table, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Spandan. Spandan is absent. Spandan. Zoya, you are from which school?
Sapodar International.
Good. Spandan is absent or what? Spandan? Video off है उसका. Spandan, keep the video on. Okay. Then
सर वो स्कैनिंग के नीचे VAD है
RDM, atrium, why one?
अरे वो
SG, for GM, BH. Open your textbook अगर textbook के अंदर इसमें लिखा है कोई ऐसा नहीं आ रहा है textbooks देख लो grabbing the textbook लेके आओ next time because latest textbooks में ना new elements are given शायद इसमें भी दिए हैं अपने volume में हाँ right good California सब दिए हैं this while studying the periodic table कोई xerox ले लो और जहाँ study table है वहाँ चिपका दो ठीक है so that every time you can refer क्यों फिर से 3 बार बनाने का इसके अलावा घर में जाएगा नेक्स्ट थर्सडे क्लास है 3 दिन आराम से बना टाइम उसका पहले आउटलाइन बना लो उसके बाद Okay. Now let us come to some explanation to this periodic table. When I'm talking about periodic table, okay, what is the model periodic table? Model periodic table is nothing but what the properties of the elements of periodic function with the atomic numbers. Okay, the answer is all will be done. Okay. Elements will come there. Okay, I'll give you some time. First, let me just explain within 10 minutes, then you can draw, continue drawing. So now here the elements are arranged in the increasing order of the atomic number. I told you in the first now. Before that, 18 vertical columns are there. Okay, these vertical columns are called as groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There are 7 horizontal rows which are called as periods. So that means the elements placed in this horizontal rows and vertical columns is referred as a table. And since this table, when you arrange these elements, okay, in the increasing order of the atomic numbers, although the atomic numbers are different, properties repeat at regular intervals. Just after day, what comes? Night, and after night again day comes. Again, likewise, the properties as the phenomena are recurring, okay, repeating. Likewise, the properties also after certain regular intervals repeat. लिथियम के पास एक ग्रुप ऑफ एलिमेंट्स रहेगा, उसके बाद जैसे सोडियम आया, इन लोगों का प्रॉपर्टी मैच हो, सिमिलर हो. Remember, okay? So that is the idea of periodic table. So that means what is the idea behind it? There is no need to study all the elements in this group. Only study sodium or potassium. दो element को study कर लो, whole group का study कर सकते. In our family, if a person, third person or maybe observer, if he actually studies at least one member in the family, there only one member out of 5, 6 members, he can say, sir, this is the characteristic of the whole family members. Why? Because इनका जो characteristic है सबसे मिलता जुलता. इन अपने family में ऐसे एक member होगा definitely जिनका properties सबसे कुछ ना कुछ मिलते हैं, likes, dislikes, features, okay, etc. etc. वो analyze करना पड़ेगा कि मेरे घर में ऐसा कौन सा member है जो outsider हम लोग वो उनको खाली study करेंगे ना पूरा family का study हो सकता. तो इन लोग बोलते हैं representative elements. सोडियम represent करता है पूरा group. मैग्नीशियम सेकंड ग्रुप को रिप्रेजेंट करेगा, एल्युमिनियम रिप्रेजेंट करेगा थर्ड. Okay, so sometimes some people they invite you for some let us say for example some occasion and one member only goes, let me represent my family. तो वही member जाए. तो ऐसा सोचते हैं यार सर, he is representing, my father is representing the whole family is good, or my mother is representing, or I am representing. No problem. Anybody, but somebody has to go and represent. So likewise over here, these are called representative elements. Okay. Here, the first period consists of 2 elements, which is the shortest period, and then second and third are the short periods containing 8 elements only each. Then fourth period, again fifth, are a little bit longer, which are actually what 18 elements, and then 6th and 7th are having a combination of 18 elements over here plus 14 elements each, making 32 number in this. The longest period these 2. In fact, हम लोग इसको बोलते हैं longest incomplete period, but अभी complete भी हो गई है. ठीक है? Now here what is important, the elements which are there in the same group, they represent what similarities in the properties. How? For example, the element like lithium, अगर देखोगे तो उसका इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन एटॉमिक नंबर 3 है, तो उसके इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन 2,1. If you see potassium, its electronic configuration is 2,8,1. It has also got one electron in the valence shell. The valence shell has got same number of electrons, so definitely the properties also repeat. Means अगर ये अपना एक इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करेगा तो ये भी लूज करेगा. अगर इसका वैलेंसी +1 है तो पोटेशियम का वैलेंसी +1. If this is a reducing agent, this is also reducing. If this is very reactive, this is also very reactive. If this is a shining metal, this is also shining. Yes or no? So that means what is silvery white soft metal in you? Okay, so that means what is important over here, that these elements are having similarities because of same outer electron structure. Sachin Tendulkar, Anjali Tendulkar, Sara Tendulkar, okay, Arjun Tendulkar, Ramesh Tendulkar, etc. You look, common properties क्या है? इसे reflect करेंगे. Tendulkar family. या विराट कोहली, अनुष्का कोहली, डॉटर कोहली, ठीक है, सन कोहली, ऐसे करके तो आएगा. तो शायद फैमिली पढ़ा नहीं, वो सब आ जाएगा तो उनको प्रॉपर्टीज मिलता है, राइट ना? तो यहाँ पे क्या कोहली is going to represent this particular family. Okay, all the members. So what is important over here to understand, the elements which are having same number of valence electrons represent what? That whole family. But when you talk about a period, the elements are having different electrons in the outer motion, like 281, 282, 283, 284, 285, 286, 287. That means the number of valence electrons यहाँ पे 1, 2, 3, 4, then वापस यहाँ पे 5, 6, 7. But in terms of gaining, it will become 3, 2, 1, right? That means what is happening? यहाँ पे tendency of losing decrease होगा, tendency of gaining increase होगा. यानी chlorine non-metal है और sodium metal है. Sodium lose करेगा, and therefore will become what? Positively charged ion, Na+. But the Cl will become what? Negatively charged. That means if this is a non-metal, this is a metal. So properties gradation index. And silicon is what? Metalloid. Okay, तो अगर तुम यहाँ से periodic table देखोगे, the first group elements are called as alkali metals, second group elements are called as alkaline metals, 16 group elements are called as chalcogens because they are ore forming substances. Because most of the metals, their favorite elements in terms of ores are oxygen and sulfur. Copper oxide, copper sulfide, iron pyrites, ये सब ores है जो sulfur और oxygen से हमेशा combine करके रखते हैं. Okay. Then 17 group elements are highly reactive, they are called as halogens, and 18 group elements are noble gases. Okay? And at the bottom of the periodic table, Mosley ने क्या किया कि इन लोगों का resemblance बहुत ही close है. So he placed at the bottom of the periodic table these 28 elements. They are called as lanthanides and actinides, and they divided the group 18 are called noble gases because all shells are completely filled. Group 2, group 1 and 2, to 13 to 17 are called noble elements because last shell is incompletely filled. Group 3 to 12, ये बीच वाले जो elements हैं, last two shells incompletely filled. Because chemical reaction में ये दोनों का electron use करते हैं, इसलिए variable valence. ये लोग variable valence show नहीं कर सकते, क्यों? उन लोगों का last shell only is utilized for the bond formation या chemical reaction. ठीक है? जैसे कोई एक ही जगह पे काम करता है, कोई दो जगह पे काम. Sir, I'm getting salary from two places, but the second place is giving variable salary. Or yeah, some people are having no bank accounts. Some are having one bank account, some are having two bank accounts, some are having three. Last three shares are incomplete. ये होता है. That means सबसे less active ये होता है. यानी इन लोगों का वैलेंसी और भी ज्यादा होता है. क्यों? Last three shares incomplete. यानी last shell, second last और third last सब utilize करेंगे chemical reaction. तो सब incomplete. It's like saying this way. For example, there are 4 categories of students. The moment they step out of the examination hall, set of students they say, "Sir, I have completed all the answers. Not a single answer has left." Second group of students, "Sir, एक answer छूट गया, by unfortunately." दूसरा क्या? "Sir, last one पीछे पेज में देखा ही नहीं." तीसरा है, "Sir, last 3 क्वेश्चन में छोड़ दिए." इन लोगों को मार्क्स कम मिलेगा, इससे थोड़ा मार्क्स ज्यादा इन लोगों को मिलेगा. इन लोगों इससे थोड़ा ज्यादा और इन लोगों सबसे they might be the topper. Why, sir? इतना छोड़ गया. That is the idea. That will likewise be, and therefore this category of students है ना एक साथ चलेंगे. ये category of students because they are in the same boat. ये वाला भी students क्या होगा एक अपना अपना झुंड बना लेंगे. वैसे उन लोगों का property हम लोग समझ जाएंगे. अरे ये group of students देखो last 3 शेल यानी last 3 आंसर नहीं दे पाए इसलिए साथ में चल रहे. इन लोग साथ में क्यों? क्योंकि उन लोगों को मालूम है कि ये ग्रुप में हम लोग एक ऑड मैन हो गए. राइट ना? यहाँ पे टॉपर बैठे हैं. टॉपर बोले अरे तुम हम लोग का पूरा कंप्लीट हुआ. यहाँ पे हमारा दूसरा जो ग्रुप है उसमें नहीं कंप्लीट. तो उसमें क्या होगा एक अनइवननेस आ जाएगा. अनइवननेस का मतलब है इट्स नॉट गुड और बैड. इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. देयर विल बी डिफरेंस इन द प्रॉपर्टीज. नेचर गॉड और नेचर हैज प्रोवाइडेड दैट देयर यू शुड हैव कंप्लीटली फिल्ड शेल. उन्होंने कंप्लीट. Remember, okay? So that is the idea. Now, what is important over here to understand is that when we talk about the periodic table, सबसे खास बात क्या है कि he left at the bottom of the periodic table last groups. Why? Because अगर इसको इधर place कर दिया होगा, तो ये जो group of elements उसको उधर चला जाता है. And therefore, what would have happened that zirconium का property cerium से match होता है और thorium के नीचे यानी thorium आ जाता है. Therefore, what would have happened? Zirconium, when you were supposed to compare with cerium, was mismatch. Because इसका property इन लोग से match हो रहे हैं. Scientists ने find out किया है. Rutherfordium, hafnium और zirconium, they are both having close resemblance. In fact, Mosley was given this particular, for example, view. यानी आपका periodic table continuous नहीं है. तो अगर मैं इसको इधर place कर देंगे तो ये जो periodic table क्या लगेगा? अमीबा लगेगा. Yes or no? Amoeba is what? A unicellular, irregular kind of shaped organism. तो अभी suppose अगर ये periodic table मैंने ऐसा बनाया है, ठीक है? देखो यहाँ से ध्यान से, sorry, इसमें क्या होगा? अगर ये periodic table में इन लोग को insert कर दिया, तो ये देखो चाबी जैसा दिखेगा periodic table. चाबी का जो लॉक है, क्योंकि ये एलिमेंट्स अगर इधर नहीं प्लेस किया, इधर प्लेस किया, तो ये एलिमेंट्स को यहाँ पे जाना और पूरा पीरियोडिक टेबल का एक अपना क्या बोलते हैं सैबोटाज हो जाता है. He said this is the best. Then some scientists they questioned him, Mr. Mosley, you left some gaps over here. Are there some elements? He said no. These gaps are required because इसके बाद बोरॉन का प्रॉपर्टी इससे मैच होता है. अगर मैंने इधर रख दिया, ओके, और एल्यूमिनियम को उधर ही रखा या गैप नहीं छोड़ा, तो छोड़ा बिकॉज सब लोग इससे कंपेयर करेंगे, बट इन लोग का प्रॉपर्टीज इससे मैच नहीं होगा. इसलिए इन लोग को गैप. एंड गैप मींस देयर कैन नॉट बी अ गैप बिकॉज़ बेरिलियम का एटॉमिक नंबर 4 है, उसके बाद सबको मालूम है 5 आएगा. तो ये गैप नहीं है. इट इज जस्ट बिकॉज़ द प्रॉपर्टीज आर सिमिलर, दैट्स व्हाई दे आर कमिंग वन ओवर द अदर. दैट इज द आइडिया ऑफ दिस पीरियोडिक टेबल. ठीक है? ओके ओके. ये फॉलो. चलो अभी ड्रॉ करना शुरू करो. टाइम हो गया. चलो रीड आउट. एवन रीड आउट द पीरियोडिक टेबल का फर्स्ट पेज वॉल्यूम से. सब लोग एक एक लाइन दो लाइन रीड करेंगे. ठीक है ना? जब ये पढ़ना है क्योंकि इससे जो पढ़ना नहीं, because finally your good admission in the college will depend upon the percentage of marks. What do you क्या नाम आपका? डेल्फी. मेल्फी. M-E एक M ना? अच्छा डेल्फी N-A N-E-L-P-H-Y बराबर ना? रूबी ना? R-U-B-Y ना? हाँ? D-H R-U-B-I U-B-I Ruby. Okay, Devon. Right ना? And Arnav. ये डबल आएगा क्या? नहीं, सिंगल. और तुम्हारा देवान में तो वही है ना? और तुम्हारा आर्यन डबल ए सिंगल. चलो रीड करो देवान फर्स्ट सेंटेंस रीड करो. आंसर एक करोगे हाँ वेरी गुड इंट्रोडक्शन
A tabular arrangement of elements in group and periods.
Are you having the volume Zoya? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Open the first page. Page number क्या है? 2. चलो.
A tabular arrangement of elements in groups and periods highlighting the regular trends of in properties of elements is called periodic table. Classification of elements is necessary because for one, it helps to study the elements in an organized way. It helps to correlate the properties of the element with the fundamental properties of all matter. It helps to define the relationship between one element and another.
Another, yes. Next. Arnav.
Salient features of modern periodic
Salient features of modern periodic tables.
classification. Periodic table based on basic fundamental properties and number position correlates position of an element with its electronic configuration. Methodical arranges elements in increasing order of atomic numbers in 7 horizontal rows called periods and 18 vertical columns called
Groups.
Periods. The completion of each period is logical since each period begins with an element having 1 electron in outermost shell and ends with 0 group elements having completely filled outer shell. A transition from metallic to non-metallic character is thus seen across the period. Groups. Each vertical column accommodates elements with the same outer electronic configuration, hence having similar properties. 18 vertical columns consists 1 to 17 and 18 zero groups. Groups 1, 2 and 13 to 17 1A to 7A are called non-group. Group 3 to 12, 1B to
3 to 12, yeah.
7B and 8 are called transition elements. Group 18, 0 are extreme right, contains nobles or inert gases.
Very good.
Separation of elements. Reactive metals.
First. What is it? Ruby.
Placed in group 1, 1A and 2A. Then transition elements are
Placed in.
placed in the middle.
Very good.
Then non-metals are
Placed on the.
placed in the component.
Yes. Metalloids कौन से है यहाँ पे? Metalloids, boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, polonium. ये जो बीच वाले जो यहाँ पे एलिमेंट्स है ना मेटलॉइड्स ओके मेटलॉइड्स का मतलब क्या है कि वो मेटल्स में भी आते हैं और नॉन मेटल्स में फॉर एग्जांपल देयर इज वन पर्टिकुलर पार्टीशन लाइन जैसे इंडिया और वेरियस कंट्रीज के बीच में रैडक्लिफ लाइन बोलते हैं ना रैडक्लिफ ने करके एक पर्सन था ओके ज्योग्राफिस्ट या जो भी बोल सकते हो उसने क्या किया इंडिया के बंटवारा जब किया तो उन्होंने क्या किया यहाँ पे ऐसे ही एक लाइन बना दिया अब एक लाइन में बना है जब तो यहाँ पे एक घर आया जो पार्टली इंडिया में था और पार्टली दूसरा कंट्री में अब ये जो घर है ओके वो दोनों का नेशनैलिटी हो गया ये बड़ा दिक्कत है ऐसे लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल व्हेन यू गो टू यूरोपियन कंट्रीज ठीक है एक ऐसा रेस्टोरेंट आया पार्टली इसका रेस्टोरेंट का एक साइड जो टेबल है यहाँ पे वो पोलैंड में है और दूसरा जर्मनी या कुछ उस साइड है ठीक है तो ये जैसे एक लाइन बन गया एक लाइन इधर रहेगा तो इस साइड वाले जो आएंगे कस्टमर पोलैंड में है और इधर अपना जो दूसरा है तो ऐसा करके बहुत सारे दोनों यानी दे आर हैविंग गॉट दोनों का मजा ले रहे हैं यानी फॉर एग्जांपल जर्मनी का भी ले रहे हैं और इधर पोलैंड का भी ले रहे हैं जो भी कंट्री है वैसे भी ये मेटलॉइड्स बीच में रहेंगे व्हिच वाज अ बॉर्डर लाइन यहाँ पे देखो ये दोनों को रिप्रेजेंट करें मेटल्स एज वेल एज कम ऑन नेक्स्ट वर्ड
Gradual changes of properties is seen with the increase in the atomic number in the periodic table.
Very good.
Periodicity in the properties that is in the properties is seen with the elements
Good.
belonging to the same
Same.
subgroup in the periodic table.
Yes.
Uh, After a difference of 2, 8, or 18 or
2, 8, 18 or 32. Yes.
in the atomic
Yes.
number.
Atomic number. लोग का properties क्या हो रहा है? Repeat हो रहा है. 2 के बाद 8, 8 के बाद वापस 8, फिर 18, 18 के बाद 13 हो रहा है. Repetition हो रहा है. चलो देवान तुम पढ़ो. नहीं क्या बोलते हैं? डेल्फी पढ़ी. ठीक है ना? डेल्फी पढ़ी.
Periods. There are 7 horizontal rows in the modern periodic table.
Yes.
They are known as periods. The number of shells present in one atom determines its period. For example, elements of period 1 have 1 shell, period 2 has 2 shells, period 3 has 3 shells, and so on. The first period contains only 2 elements, atomic numbers 1 and 2. It is the shortest period. The second and the third periods contain 8 elements, each atomic numbers 3 to 10 in 4. The second.
Bus. That's all. Now homework. Apart from that particular practice, your homework is a must. Zoya, next time you will read. Nothing to worry. ठीक है ना? Previous year's board question. ठीक है? 2021,
Okay, sir.
2020 and 21. Clear? Page number 15. Volume. ठीक है? इसमें देखो क्वेश्चन नंबर ईयर 2020-21 18 and 19 17 and 18 ठीक है एंड 16 बस इतने में जो भी अभी तक पढ़ा है if any question you are coming across that you know write over there in pencil अगर ओके इसमें से जितना भी अभी तक जितना पढ़ा है उतना लिखना है ठीक है पेज नंबर 15 2016 तक ठीक है 2016 पेज नंबर 15 16 and 17 जितना ये नहीं इसका अभी पढ़ा है आज को नहीं आया कुछ भी तो नो ठीक है ना थैंक यू
वो बोले